Party time brews. This song ain't no good, but we got nothing to lose. Party time brews. Here's another brewing clip. You can watch it if you choose.
Okay, so we will see if this actually works here. Got no idea if I'm actually live on there. Haven't done this in a while, so we are just trying to fill the gap for the Hoppy Hour tonight because he's not around. I believe he is on vacation or something. Might have gone to San Diego. Something along those lines. Let's see if looks like we might actually be live here. We'll see if anyone rolls in other than myself. But I guess to get this going, we might as well start off with a beer. I guess everyone's probably pretty thirsty here. Everyone of me that's just said, "Oh, we got Jaggers and Patrick Sandy. What's going on?" I am just about to crack a beer. This one I found in the fridge. It's been sitting in the fridge for a long time. It has IR on it, so I'm assuming it's an Irish red. Hey, what's up, Chalky? Hey, Slow Rover. What's going on? And yeah, so Brewing Bad, awesome. Hoping someone else would stream tonight. Cheers. What's going on? What's going on? I can say what's going on a lot, but yeah, just cracking a beer. It says IR. I think it's my Irish red from last St. Paddy's Day. So it's about a year old. Let's see how that holds up. I ran out of these cans a while back. They're kind of annoying, but neat once in a while. How's that walk-in cooler treating you? Yeasty, I actually just finally installed the CoolBot on it yesterday, and I tested it out a bit today. Haven't kept it running for a long time, but it was able to get it down to 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit. And I'm not sure what I started at. Let's see. I may have to jump over here and do some math. Let's see. What's 12C to F? Okay, so I started, the garage was already 53 or 54 degrees, so I was able to get it down to 32. So it'll be interesting to see if it actually rolls down, if I can do that in the summer. But as of now, I can keep it at lager temperatures pretty good. Might even be able to keep it. Well, I don't know if it'll go in the negatives, but the CoolBot's a pretty interesting thing. It tricks your cooler, but you may be able to trick it with some other stuff. There may be a hack you could do instead of spending $500 on a CoolBot. Although the CoolBot does give you the kind of Wi-Fi stuff, but it seems when I installed it, the CoolBot is more or less just a tiny ass heater that hooks onto the sensor on the air conditioner, and it just basically tricks it into thinking it's warmer, so the air conditioner will keep running until the second sensor on the CoolBot senses that it's colder. Let's see. Garage is steady 80F right now. Yeah, not quite there. Not quite there, but yeah, we got lots of people rolling in there, and I'll give this beer a check. In case you're wondering, it looks like I did a really good fill because the fill level is about here on the can, so someone wouldn't have got their money if I tried to sell that one. But yeah, beer quats, a Raspberry Pi I think would be good for that. There's a lot of, I mean, I guess I seem to not have the time to mess around and try to figure that out, but I think someone that knew what they were doing with the Raspberry Pi could really easily set a couple temperature controllers. All you need is something that would maybe even just you could probably hook up a tiny ass heating element to a USB thing coming out of the Raspberry Pi, and then as long as you had one or two temperature sensors for the ambient and what's hooked up on the air conditioner, you'd probably be pretty good there. What's up, Terry T-Rex Hanky? Nice. Who else we got rolling in? Yeah, Jaggers, Yeast and the Beast, Reggie, Uncle Dana. He's out around the area here. Oh wait, gotta check. One of the things about tonight is that my wife took off to Vegas, so I am running solo with the kids. So I did manage to get them to sleep. They fell asleep right before I started streaming. So there is a small chance that they may wake up and this could be ending sooner than later. But yeah, so we're just doing that. Strange Brew, Eisenhower had hot and cold ferment controls. Yeah, the which one did I say? I saw one of the guys had one site. What's I can't think of it. Guy that recently set up a thing. Hey, long time listener, first time watcher. What's going on, Philip Stevenson? Nice to finally talk to you, ish, kind of online. But yeah, let's give this Irish Red a taste. I think I made a video for it last year for. Oh yeah, right on the nose. Yeah, good thing I ate that. But let's see, I made a video about it last year. Let's see how it holds up after a year. I think this is probably my last one of it. Maybe there's another random can of it sitting around somewhere, but give this a shot. I don't know. I'd say after one more, five more. What's up, Sunset Hound? Yeah, once after the doesn't taste as kind of, I guess, malty. I haven't watched the video in a while, so I don't remember what I thought of it when I did the tasting of it about a year ago. But it doesn't taste as malty. It's not like a hoppy madness going in there. Craft Beer Pry and Strange Brew Elsinore. Nice. Yeah. So I just random thoughts going around, but. Yeah, it seems to have dried out. Well, we'll say dried out. Maybe it did ferment a bit more in the can, but it doesn't have any. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any off flavors or anything like that in there. So what's going on? What's everyone drinking? What are people brewing? Have people been brewing? Sunset getting competition entries together. What did you say, Jaggers? You got like 12 different beer or something. You're rocking for the rocking for competitions. Yeah, Philip, you need to have a tube TV if you want to play that duck hunt. So you got to have a gigantic tube TV so you can play duck hunt or Gumshoe or Hogan's Alley on the old Nintendo. But yeah, I still have a PlayStation 3 hooked up to it, so I can still do some Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the newer version of it, not the original one on PlayStation 2, but got a few things there, and it's good for the VHS. Looks fancy. Yeah, 12 going into the next one. That's a lot of beer going in there. And you were saying, Jaggers, you didn't even need to brew any extra for that. You just happen to have that many. Need to get my grain mill working again before the next brew. Yeah, Slow Rover. I actually just took my grain mill apart last night and put it back together today. I found my I had to kind of drill out the mounts for it a little bit. I think I had the clearances too tight, so I just ended up. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, because maybe the grain will get in behind it and cause it to jam up. But I kind of just gave it a little bit bigger a gap between the rollers and the sides, because I found it was starting to I don't know, bung up or just catch. It was catching on the sides anytime I tried to set the grain different, or set the grain gap or the gap or whatever in it, and then I tightened it up, and all of a sudden it'd be slightly off and start binding. Partially to do with, I think I did a crappy job when I initially drilled the holes for my grain mill, so the sides were, I think, a little bit. They're not exactly too spec, we'll say. It took a little bit of messing around, but I just loosened it up, and I'm hoping that'll work good now. I just put about I don't know, 25 pounds through the grain mill tonight, and it took it all, and that's the first time it took such a big load of grain. But yeah, so sometimes you just need to straighten it out or redo I think I need to redo the mount, or the piece of wood that I have it set on there. Yeah, it's English say, mind the gap. Not sure. Does anybody else have problems with their grain mills kind of going out of true or something? I did use I had some wood that I cut down on the property and kind of milled it up, so maybe it was a crappy it might have been a crappy level of moisture in it or something, and then as it dried out it might have warped a bit, and that's maybe what called the binding. But who knows? Plans for Mexican lager this weekend. Nice. I don't know if I haven't brewed a Mexican lager yet. Well, I have brewed one, but it was about probably close to 12 years ago, and it was garbage. Yep, Yeast and the Beast. I do have a dirty grain mill. Yeah, it's fixed now. Clean that sucker right up. But yeah, just drinking some more of this Irish stout, and then after I got a Big Spruce English Pub Ale, about 4.9%. So super light beer, because it's 0.1 off a regular. But yeah, so what's Yeast? I didn't get a chance to see Yeast's video yet. He just released a one today on, or somewhere this week on dry hopping champagne or something along those lines. Jaggers, used my grain mill like 10 times. Too easy for me to get to the LHBS to mill it for MD. Nice. Dirty grain mill IPA. Nothing like that. Get all that old flour in there. Maybe if you're lucky, get some weevils, and that kind of bugs are always good for the grain mills. But yeah, this week and last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've been pretty freaking lazy on the videos. I've been working on trying to get the brewery to become a legit brewery. So I've already had all my inspections and stuff, and I should have hoping to have a manufacturing permit next week or this week or sometime. And as soon as that happens, I have about 300 liters of brewing to do on a 60-liter system. So at least 5 batches I need to try to hammer out this week, hopefully. Once I get that going, not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I think I have a big spud ale. I'll probably try to do at least one barrel of blonde, just because that's a easy drinker, and a lot of people here need to be kind of eased into the craft beer. Where our community is a pretty Bud Light and Busch Light type place, so I need to slowly work on that. And what else after that? Probably throw an IPA in there somewhere. So that's 3 out of 5 of the batches. I want to do an oatmeal stout. Probably not one that's going to sell real quick, but yeah, I just haven't had one on tap or anything in a while, so I'd like to get that out there. So there's 4. I think I said IPA. Yeah, might do a lager. And the way I'm going to end up doing it is I got the walk-in fridge there. Right now I have about 30 kegs, and no bright tank. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to brew in my regular Grainfather and Spike half barrel fermenters, and then I'm just going to start loading kegs with the beer once it's done fermenting to condition, because no bright tank. I'll end up losing a bit of product, or a lot of product, but I think that's probably the best way for me to not tie up fermenters for 6 weeks at a time. And if I want to get some of those good beers going. I don't remember what the last beer I was thinking that I do, but I should have a plan, but I don't. And I need to actually get a plan so I can kind of plan out what I need to get for hops and whatnot, so I don't end up spending $30 or $50 shipping every couple weeks. But yeah, let's see what we go there. Yeah, good vid, dry hopped wine under pressure. Nice. Clickbait thumbnail. Last video said I would never. Okay, now I got to check out Yeast's clickbait thumbnail. I mean, it baited me enough. I saw his video thing, but now I gotta search his Yeast and the Beast. Should have that in the background. And let's see. Massively dry hopped sparkling wine. Let's see. How to make sparkling wine. Okay, that's pretty cool. Nice. Starts with a nice video. It's not one of those, or is it? Let's see. I'm mumbling to myself, by the way, in case you're wondering. But it looks like he has a nice kegerator there. Nice clean background, something I don't have in my place. And a lot of good comments on it. A lot of Jameson in the background. I'll just do a running. No, this is a reaction. We'll just do like the reaction video. Yeah, thanks Sunset. Let's see. Yeah, I'll stop watching this video. But yeah, can you guys contract brew up here? Beerqua, the contract brewing here is we can contract brewing, but you're only allowed to contract up to 50% of your capacity, or I guess you can double your capacity. So with what I'm doing, I'm looking at only doing about, I think I'd be lucky to do 60 or 80 barrels this year. So I'd potentially be able to contract up to 80. So if I wanted to do, and I don't plan on doing it because they take way too much money, but if I wanted to do an NSLC, which is the liquor commission up here, listing in the kind of provincial liquor stores, I'd probably have to contract brew. You'd have to get I guess about a 5-barrel batch kind of done somewhere. If I could get a 5 or 7 barrel batch done, then I could probably afford a listing. But think it'd be for zero money profit because I'd have to contract. No idea what the guys are charging for contracting, and then the canning and all that sort of stuff kind of wipes away the profit. But if I could do it, if I knew I wasn't going to lose money on it, I'd do it, because really it's just about getting the name out there and just brewing as much as possible. But the goal of brewing as much as possible doesn't really count when someone else is brewing it for you, so can't do anything like that. But it would be neat. Maybe a lager wouldn't be a bad idea, and then you could just have that lager done and aged and whatnot. But I don't really want to have a stock of 1,500 beer in my garage. Store-bought juice ferments is the best way to get alcohol. Genius. The best thing about making beer is the waiting, right? Yeah, for sure. Everybody loves waiting for the beer. What else? Who else we got here? I think that's we got Sunset. Thank you. Live reaction. Yeah, Northwest will do a small live reaction to Yeast and the Beast videos, or live reaction to everything else. What else? Brew Strong. Well, I guess just looking at my I'm just gonna keep checking out my cell phone and see what's going on here now. Yeah. Podcast for the week. I think Brewlosophy was kind of 3 weeks or so late for me, because they just released and I haven't listened to it yet, but they just released a walk-in cooler podcast. So all about building a walk-in cooler in a garage, which would have been awesome a couple weeks ago, but yeah. Let's see, Picaroons, Trailway, do any of that? You guys seem to have a great brewing community up there. Yeah, Picaroons and Trailway, I think they're up they're over in New Brunswick there. I think I was at I forget if I was at Trailway or Picaroons last time I was down there. Here, watch me search the internet without actually seeing what I'm searching, which is good, because then you don't see the autofill come up when I type the letter P. Picaroons and the Roundhouse. Oh yeah, their spot's awesome. The Roundhouse in Fredericton is a wicked spot. And Trailway. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I think I actually missed them. I drank a bunch of their beer, but last time I went up, I didn't manage to stop at Trailway. But they have a nice bowling alley and stuff. So like, if it was this weekend, I should just roll up there with the kids and go bowling there. Yeah, you didn't get to Trailway. Oh, thanks, Dana. Uncle Dana knows. I didn't need to search, but I'm pretty sure I tried Trailway at Dana's place. But now I guess we only have to drive to Riverview or something, and that's there's a new bowling alley brewery there. But what's that called, Dana? Before I find it online, Riverview Brewery bowling. The Marvelous Holy Bowly. Could that be it? Holy Bowly. Interesting. Must be something else. Okay, Holy Whale Brewing opens the Marvelous Holy Bowly. Holy Bowly? Holy Bully? So I guess Holy Whale Brewing. Now I gotta look them up. Holy Whale Brewery. It's in a church. Surprise. A lot of breweries and churches. I think people get churches for good deals. Or they're just religious as fuck. Let's see. Brewing Bad. Jeez, thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah, best of luck in the new Brewing for Profit. Thanks for live stream tonight too. Yeah, trying to get this going, but that's awesome. Really appreciate that, Brewing Bad there. I don't know if I have any. I still haven't figured out the streaming stuff to have it pop up. Unless it did. Hopefully it did, but something might have popped up. But either way, appreciate it. No cool songs or anything or great logos, but yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully the Brewing for Profit journey goes well. It's definitely not going to be for extremes amount of profit. It's the goal is to just brew a lot and I guess not get divorced in the time it takes me to do the brewing, and also just try to get good at brewing over the next bunch of years, and then if I do manage to get good at brewing before, or better at brewing, or a lot better at brewing, or if it gets real busy before I get out of the military, then I can get out of the military in 9 years or so, in 8 or 9 years, and start a pub and just relax and have fun brewing and doing that. And then the kids will be old enough to not be as angry at me if I leave. So brewing in the garage now for good, or for now, and just got to make the $4,000 or $5,000 this year to not lose money because of all the fees and whatnot. And I got to make sure I get my filings in. The most expensive thing I could do is not file my excise tax on time, because even though I won't be paying anything, if I'm a day late, I owe $250 for being late. Develop a clientele. We can direct. Beer qual. That's basically what we'll be doing. Just direct marketing, 100%. It'll just be. What do you call it? I'll be delivering right off the bat. So I'm hoping to keep it in the really local area, like within a 20-minute drive or so, and then do a delivery every week, and hopefully get rid of all the beer. But we'll see. But I'll just have one zip code or one area code that I'll be going with at first for my delivery circle, and then maybe choose some times to go in there. And Goose Fraba Taxman AIPA. Taxman's not bad on the small breweries if you're not doing too much out here. It's you just got to charge your HST, which you get to offset against stuff. Well, you don't really pay anything with HST, which is our harmonized sales tax is 15%. So you're just collecting it and giving it to the government from people, and then the excise tax. It's fairly cheap on, like, for someone like me. I potentially won't even have to pay it, because if they round down to the nearest 100 liters, and if you don't keg 100 liters, it's you don't pay anything there. Let's see, Lone Wolf, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. It's popping up on something, but I guess my timing's off. Delivery to Nebraska. I can get it down as far as can meet me in Maine or something. I don't know how much beer I'm allowed to, like. Actually, I don't know. I don't know one thing about the whole exporting beers, but if my buddy happened to buy it and then shipped it across the border, then that'd be on them. So 401c brewing for the church. You get I'm assuming that's like a tax exempt thing if you're doing church brewing. Hot hop now, still Nectaron or liquid products. I'm assuming that's products, and prods isn't a thing. I haven't actually tried Nectaron yet. I've seen a few, I think, videos and some beers with that going, but I don't really I haven't tried it. Sounds fancy, but now I gotta do a little. Haven't really done the research on Nectaron. Nectaron hops. Watch me search. Well, it's from New Zealand, so it's good. It's full sister of YMA and was developed in partnership with the New Zealand Plant and Food Research. Took over 17 years before the full release. That's not too bad. Yeast and the Beast was only 3 years old then. I'm assuming Yeast is about 20. What do we got? Huge aroma of passion fruit, peach, grapefruit, and pineapple. Perfect for any fruit-forward beer and performs really well when used in dry hopping. Sounds kind of like the description for everything. So it'd be good to try it. I guess that's what you need to do. Get in there and get there. Spectrum is the new hop product. Oh, now I got to do another little look. Spectrum hop. Yakima Valley. Keeping it local to U.S. Hop extract. Superior dry hopping solution. Fully dispersible liquid hop product that delivers full true to type dry hop characteristics. 100% hop material with no solvents or artificial additions. I guess the solvents in some of the other ones are liquid CO2, but no solvents. Imagine the finest hop pellets in liquid form, and you will understand the impact and efficiency gained when using Spectrum. Copyright. 100% natural and captures all delicate hop aromas. Main benefits: increased yields, stable hop flavor, Oh, in case you're wondering, and I know you were, it delivers a full range of true to type dry hop flavor compounds, including all of those glycositically bound fractions. That's all I needed to know. So, learning. More learning. Glycositically bound fractions. Huh. Any of numerous sugar derivatives that contain a non-sugar group bonded to an oxygen or nitrogen atom and on a hydrolysis yield a sugar, such as glucose, glycositically. Okay, I believe that is slightly above my above my level. Let's see. Enjoyed the Blue Moon clone vid. Gonna brew it up soon. Yeah, I definitely recommend that. I guess that's another one that I don't know if too many people are doing that. I'm not going to copy that recipe exactly, but I don't think too many people are doing just an easy drinking orangey type beer. So I may end up packaging that up for sale sometime. Some sort of a derivative of it, like just an easy to drink summer beer. I don't know what you call it, summer orange or something, but got to do a lot of googling to figure out which beers are already beer names are already used. There's a ridiculous amount. It's almost anything that you think of on the top of your head. You can just Google it, and you'll find an untapped account on it. I think the winner of one of the local brewing competitions recently, I think they did an alt beer and they named it Control Alt Delete. I think they got second in the competition, but they won best name. And I think if you search it, there's about 6 of them. Not to badmouth that, but I think I might have mentioned that last week. So I guess I'm just bitter that I couldn't enter my beer in that competition because they said it was extended, but it wasn't. And enough of that. Let's see. Cross strain brewing. I'm gonna just be on a Googling binge. What's cross strain brewing? Oh, cross strain brewing. It's a place in La Vista. Let's see, where's that? Cross strain brewing is close to Omaha. I guess it is in Omaha. At least the outskirts of Omaha. Somewhere there. I didn't want to talk too much there because when I saw the name, I saw Annie, and immediately I thought New England. But guess what? Canadians don't know shit. I didn't realize right off the bat it was Nebraska, but that makes sense. Let's see. Extend this English bitter. Win for best name. Easy. Make a 404 page not found beer. Nice. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good one. I was looking at just trying to figure out some of the names for some beers, and around here we have I guess Mount Uniac, where I'm at, has a history of, I don't know, just the dude that founded it and some gold mining stuff. But some of the things that might theme some of the names around are obviously just party stuff. So I think the blonde, like just an easy drinker blonde beer, I'm probably just gonna call like Garage Party Blonde or something like that. Just something that sticks with the good times, and it's all promotion now. I'm all business, but something like that. And then one of the names I wanted for a beer was like The Last Duel something, but then I googled it, and obviously there's somebody else had The Last Duel, but the founder of Uniac, or the big name in Uniac, his son was part of in the last duel in Nova Scotia, which I forget what year it was, but he got charged for murder. But luckily, his dad was like the attorney general in Nova Scotia and got off. Let's see. Oh wait, I guess that's I guess I can what's a name that goes with that? Hold on, I gotta get to my sheets of figuring out what the name's gonna be. But if it's like Daddy's Boy or what's it? Murder Privilege IPA or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what but yeah, I don't know what you connections, maybe connections something. Oh, there's probably lots there. Lady Hump Lager, nice. Epic Brewing. And here Enak names a lot after Def Leppard songs. Fave is Armageddon, nice. Yeah, it's not hard. Like as soon as you just kind of like focus in on a theme for beer names, you like just realize there's so many that you can just even like I imagine most communities can probably you just look up a little bit of history, find a few names, find a few people, and what went on, and then you should be able to do it pretty good. Like yeah, we were mining and stuff, and they did like I guess tunnel mining and shaft mining and stuff. So like I figured like tunnel shaft something would be a decent name, although it's not a real word, but tunnel shaft sounds like a word. So you could roll with something like that, or I guess they did open cut mining, so you could call it the open cut some sort of beer or another. Although that's might sound a little gross, but I guess if it ends up being like festering with bacteria or something, if I do a shitty job, you can just call it open cut, and it's good to go. Alanis Morissette beers, yeah, it's a lot. Need a lot of that. I heard she's playing at the Country Music Awards or something coming up. Yeah, play on Party in Time. Yeah, that's decent there. Garage Party, House Party, Bachelorette Party. Stick with the party brand of beers. Yeah, that makes sense. Like if I ever had to change the name of the brewery or something, then you could go something a little more specific. But yeah, I might mix some of the history with a party. So I don't know what it would be, but yeah, it does make sense to, if I can, I'll stick with the party things. One of the ones like the lager, I think I'm gonna keep with the name of the lake that's near us, which is Lewis Lake. So Lewis Lager. Hold on, I don't remember if I searched that one. Oh no, Lewis Lager's a Renaissance Brewing Company has one. What else? I bet you there's a Lewis and Clark Lager. Somebody has. So maybe I'm out of my Lewis Lager. Lewis Lager by something else. James Lewis Lager. There's a lot of lake lagers, so maybe I'll have to go with Lewis Lake Lager. Although they just had one of the local ones just had a released Serpent Brewing out in Spryfield just released Long Lake Lager, so that may be too close. Too close, or you just long name it slightly different, and who cares? As long as it's not something that's going to get mixed up, even though I'm not going to the liquor store with the beer, so that's decent there. How long have we been rocking? Oh, geez, we're already half an hour in. I've been yapping for too long here. Wonder who's kicking around. We got who's Beer Qua. Yeah, just mumbling now. Might as well finish my Irish Irish stout. Yep, from Nova Scotia. Their Yeast. Yeah, Goose Frog making untapped profiles with all these names. Yeah, giving away all my secrets. You go get your money out and get to the trademark people and get these trademarks done. I guess one of the big things time for another beer. I think so. We got at least time. The only way I'm cutting it off is when one of the kids comes up crying because they're kind of downstairs and I need to go back to them eventually. But they both fell asleep within the last half an hour. So I think we're CH setting Ocean on fire currently. I can't even Hernandez Jr. Yeah, good to see you. Brewing Bed. Where's the Buddha beer? Maybe if I finish off these two I got here now, then my third piece will be the Buddha beer. Although the longer I wait for that, the more beer I have. Kind of sitting there. Yeah, Patrick Sandy. We already have New Scotland Brewery out here, so it's it's a hard, that's a hard one to go with. I should make a big frickin' list of all the local beer names, because really it doesn't matter if it's a small brewery down in the States. You could probably, or down there, you could probably snake it. I'll just start stealing images and everything. That's one thing that I'm kind of starting to realize now, is that for anything that I plan on doing more than one batch of, I think I'm gonna have to start I'm gonna have to find a graphic artist to do up some cans, because even if I don't want to have just a plain ass can. I guess I don't know if I showed it or took a picture before or anything of it, but that's kind of what I had planned on going with so far. Just Party Time Brewing, just with the name, style, notes, alcohol volume, batch, and the IBU, with a little bit of information there. Just something super simple there, but yeah, I'm thinking I need to do some sort of a real one there. Some real graphics. Speaking of graphics, I guess Chris Vodka would be the one to talk to for graphics. I don't know if he does more than logos, or if it's just or not just, because he does an awesome job with them. But Chris, what do you charge for for doing up beer logos? I guess I'll just draw up something shitty and then get Chris to make it or something. But yeah, don't want to spend thousands of dollars, but I wouldn't mind having 4 or 5 labels that are decent, at least kind of maybe set you apart from some of the more plain labels that kick around there. Let's see. Do you have to get label approved like they do here? You do have to get it approved, but really the only thing I think, like, they don't care. Like, they already, like, this label here I already got approved. And really all they're looking for is, you're more or less looking for your, there you go. I'm not a weatherman. Your alcohol, kind of your, I guess I can read there, your alcohol, maybe a name, but really it's alcohol and volume, and that they want to have the return for refund is the kind of only main thing. Oh, and sorry, I keep lying. You need the alcohol, like the alcohol per volume. You need the return for refund. You need to have where it's brewed. So brewed in Mount Uniacke, that's pretty much there. And I believe you also have to have it labeled. There's a couple categories of the beer. So like as soon as it hits a certain percentage, you need to call it strong beer. I don't know, and then beer, and then maybe light beer if it's a little bit lighter there. So there's a few things on there, and hopefully there's nothing I'm missing, but the people who approved the generic label didn't seem to have any real points on it. All it really says is they want to make sure it says return for refund. Let's see, Denoidix, well, Denoid and facey symbol thing. You're going to have 300 liters, so how much barley are you going to use for that? You're basically, I don't know what's exactly, but it's like the blonde. I'm doing a blonde right now, and that's only a 60 liter batch. So the blonde is going to be, it's only a 4%er, so that's I just grinded the grain. So that's 11 kilograms for that, but that's a lower one since it's only whatever you call it. I'm totally messed up here. Yeah, lower ABV, so a little bit less grains. Most of the batches I think I end up doing are usually about 5 kilograms per batch. So you're looking at each bag, you'll get 5 regular batches. So you're looking at right around a bag per a bag or a little more for 100 liters. So that's crap. Let me try to think. 300 liters, so 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So we'll say 16-ish batches to fill everything at 5 kilograms. So 16 times 5 is what? 45, 50. Fuck. I don't know. Why am I even questioning math? And why am I opening the calculator? Yeah, 16 times 5, 80. So I need 80 kilograms divided by 25 equals 3.2, and looking at around $40 a batch. So I mean, you're looking, or $40 a grain in a batch, somewhere around there. So we'll say 128 bucks to fill all the fermenters. And you times that by 2, so divided by 600. That doesn't make sense. Well, I guess you're looking at about 21 cents 21 cents a beer or something like that, 20 or 25 cents a beer in grain, which isn't that big. 25 kilograms, about 55 pounds. That's a sack of 2-row. And you're looking here, the cheaper stuff is, I think it actually just hit a little over 40, so I did a little bit of a low calculation there. And then some of the suppliers out here, like they're selling some like fancy Czech Pilsner, and that's pretty much I think you're looking at 60 or 70 bucks a bag. I imagine the local malt house, which I got to go check out sometime soon, is they're probably in the 60 or 70. I think Canada Malting, I don't think we can get any under $60 a bag. So could be fairly expensive. Yeah, maybe 30 cents, 30 or 40 cents. But if I want to get into any, especially if I'm listening to Treehouse or Adam Brews Beer or anything, if I want to get into the dry hopping at, like, I don't know, 4 pounds a barrel. So like most of my batches are 60 liters. So they'd be a 2 pound dry hop to that. Like, I mean, that's looking, if you're doing the Citra up here, I don't think we can get it any much cheaper than $25 ish a pound. So yeah, like I just saw a price list recently. It was about $25, so a little over. So yeah, the gets could be getting expensive if you're doing it that way. The dry hopping to make the good beers could get real crazy. But then again, I'm hoping to just break even, so we're not going for super profits yet. I'm not jumping into the what do you call it, the old seltzers yet. I don't even know. I haven't looked into it to see what only know James from Pretty Time Brewing. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into the legality yet of brewing the seltzer. I don't know if it's one of those things that, as long as I throw like a handful of grain in with the whatever's fermenting, and like one hop, like somebody's mentioned, I think maybe Adam Brews Beer might have mentioned that before, that might make it go under beer instead of wine or something. Otherwise, it's just more or less sugar and nutrients that makes a seltzer. But I'm not haven't tried that yet, and I don't plan on doing it, although it would be good to have at least something for people that are gluten-free or mostly gluten-free. Let's see what we got. CH is Chatterhead, who runs the channel. Chatterhead, yeah. That's right, Jeffrey Morrow. Brewing Bad did a post picture with his sister. Good stuff. Trev Who. Who is Trev Who? Trev Who is there. He's going to have a beer with CH. Nice. Yeah, the only real reason I jumped on this is because I commented on one of his pictures, and he said to take over the stream tonight. So I figured I'd jump on and give that a shot. And seems to be going. We got 27 people here, which isn't it's not Hoppy Hour's numbers, but it's pretty damn good for this one. I guess I didn't even link his site very well on there. But let's see, get a flow control in the line itself. Let's see. Perlick and Nuka Tap. Perlick's better. I don't think I've tried the Perlick taps. Nuka Tap's the only thing I don't like right now is that they don't have I don't think you can get the growler filler little attachment. I've seen some people having those, and they seem pretty good. And I do want to try to get some growlers on the to-go. I bought those the other day. They weren't too bad. I think they were just under, like, the whole bill I had. I think it was right around $8 a piece or something. So I don't know what I'll sell them for. Maybe $8, or maybe try to not make profit, but not rip people off. So I mean, obviously a growler, you're not going to pay more than $10 for a glass growler. Are anyone even using growlers anymore, or the glass growlers down where everyone's at? Do people still get those, or are those a thing of the past and everyone's just going crowlers and that sort of thing now? And also, what do you pay for deposits, and what do you pay for growlers? I need to do my market research here before I drink this beer. Ketchup chips. Yeah, I actually have some ketchup chips downstairs. If I get into the Buddha beer, maybe I'll grab some ketchup chips. I have the growler filler from Nuka Tap. I love the ball lock attachment when using my dual filler. Okay, nice. Phil Stevenson. Which one? You're not the... my neighbors fill the growlers from the... Let's see. Now I gotta see... Phil Stevenson, are you the one that has the Instagram account that posted a picture of the kids doing the fills today or yesterday or something like that? I saw excuse me, wrong pipe. I saw a video with someone had a real nice looking duo tap or duo filler set up in the background. I did the research on the duo filler the other day. Yeah, Trev who growlers are dead. Yeah, probably. Nobody uses growlers in pro nowadays. Makes sense. They're kind of hard to. I mean, you got to clean them and do all that stuff. Not to mention they break. But we'll see if I can use them. It's definitely more economical than doing the. Cheers, Chris Vodka. We'll talk to you next time. Growlers are a little bit more economical, well, way more economical than kegs anyway, for at least the price you're gonna sell them for, and then the growlers they're better than canning, obviously, because cans you're looking at like a buck of materials for every can, which kind of sucks. But less and less breweries do growler fills in Vancouver these days. Yeah, I'm just hoping with if people want growlers, I should have probably got the smaller ones. I've seen one of the local places, Hilltop Hops, they do like the liter or the 1 liter or the whatever you call it, I guess that'd be a 32 ounce, or maybe it's only 750. So maybe a 24 ounce growler or something with the swing tops, and that seems a little more reasonable priced anyway. But yeah, the twist top 32 ounce cans. Local breweries use those. We got a local brewery, I think, that even uses disposable kegs. But yeah, with the growlers, I was gonna say, plan is since I can only do delivery, like I'm not having a tap room, or I'd love to, but I'm not zoned to have a tap room or even a retail spot. So the plan is just do deliveries and hoping to just do growler exchanges. So that may be a thing. Although if you're exchanging them, the people probably won't clean them, so that'll get real annoying and probably take way too much time. But yeah, Phil Stevenson, nope, child labor gets too old. They talk back now. Yeah, I'm picking up a couple, what do you call it, just the tap cooler nano canner counter pressure can fillers. We'll see how that works. The setup I'm getting is from a local brewery, Hardesty Brewing, and they had a 3 setup before they went and built a custom canning machine. So it looks like it's kind of 3 of them hooked onto a piece of plexiglass or something, and it should do what I want, and it'd be apparently it's a lot better than using the what do you call it, the beer gun, because that will make your hands go all numb and get your carpal tunnel syndrome and stuff like that. But with so I'm trying the tap cooler, nano coolers, nano canners, haven't really tried them. But yeah, Phil Stevenson, the duo filler was the other one that was on my list. I think if I didn't buy these ones used off these people, I would have gone with the duo filler. The only problem with that is if I buy it new, like from here, if I get it from, I don't know, I guess More Beer or something like that, or maybe you can't get it at More Beer. If I order it straight from the company in Norway or wherever it is there, I think it was going to be, it's like the regular price of it, plus I think it was a 9% import fee that we'd pay here, plus the other 15% import tax. So it ended up being, or 15% just regular tax. I mean, it ended up being about $750 to get a duo filler. And when I look at it, I'm just like, maybe there'd be a way you could actually, we'll go back to like Biraquois, just get on one of the Raspberry Pis, get a couple solenoids or solenoids controlled by it, and really some stainless steel lines, and even duo, just the EVA barrier for the duo tight fittings, and you could probably gear up a 4-head manual canner pretty quick. That basically did the same thing as a beer gun. But yeah, let's see what we got. What am I missing in the chat? Missing some. Yeah, Growler's not great for the quantity of beer cleaning and oxidation. Yeah, I've seen some. I'll probably try to do something where I can at least have the a hose out that you can get some CO2 in them before you fill them. But most places don't seem to do that. They just fill them on lots of foam and waste a lot of beer, and then goes. But yeah, Phil Stevenson. Yeah, it ends up being pretty expensive if you get one of those. Yeah, I talked to Phil. I talked to Portley about it, and he recommended going with the duo filler. But of course, I didn't listen, only because I was getting it used. So hopefully that'll work. Duo more tax, the higher the ABV. For here, it's the taxes. It is more the higher, but it's like almost nothing below like 1%. A little, like maybe $2 per 100 liters on a 2.5 to 4% or something. Or no, 1 to 2.5% is a certain amount, which is only a couple bucks per 100 liters, and then above 2.5%, it's full tax until you turn into like a wine or something. When you hit the, I think 12% is the max you can go for beer here before it's considered wine or hard liquor or something. Let's see, Canadian excise tax table. That's what people are wondering. Oh, their big thing, April 1st, excise tax going up. So up here, and they're making a lot of money has been spent on advertising against the excise tax and trying to say, prices are going up and stuff. But for small producers, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. And let's see. Okay, so for us, we got, if it's not more than 1.2% ethyl alcohol, up to 2,000 hectoliters. So up to 200,000 liters, you're looking at a solid 30 cents per hectoliter. So that's not too bad. If it's 1.2 to 2.5, you're looking at $1.85 per hectoliter. And then the new rate that we'll be going to is $3.70 per hectoliter, up to 2,000 hectoliters. So someone like if you get on the high end of that, and a hectoliter is not a little under a barrel, in case anyone's wondering. It's just 100 liters instead of the 120 or 31 gallons or whatever a barrel is. But yeah, if you're making as soon as you basically make more than, I guess, 5,000 hectoliters. So as soon as you're making more than 500,000 hectoliters, or 500,000 liters of beer, or we'll say 1 million cans of beer. As soon as you make more than 1 million cans of beer, you're looking at like $15. You're looking at a 15% tax instead of a 3.7% tax for someone like me or most of the real small breweries around here. So if any of that made sense, that's going to be going. Trev, what are going to be your top 3 beers? The top, like my favorite beers, I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm happy with my like IPA and double IPA recipe, and I may even have like an IPA that's kind of something like the CH's, or like the orange creamsicle type thing without the lactose. But top 3 beers probably going to be a blonde, a lager, and something else light, because around here people are full on to that stuff. But I'm hoping I can get a popular IPA or something in there. But I do want to try to hopefully keep it going good there. Trev, what's your top beer right now, Or what do you got? I'm trying to think what's the one I saw you brewing the other day that was looked pretty good, or saw Maury brewing. Now I gotta get on the South O. Let's see, South O Brewing Co. Get my accent, get my hillbilly accent in there. Let's see. What's that one? Oh, Mexican lager. That looks decent based on can design. Czech Pilsner. Beach Club Blonde. Oh, I saw you were doing, you did like a cold IPA. Year 1 West Coast IPA. Okay, that must be obviously your anniversary party. Congrats on that. You made it a year. That's good. Hopefully you're keeping busy there. Forget. Oh, maybe I gotta switch over to take it another step into the depth and see what Maury was. Maury, not the official Maury show. I don't think that's the same one. Maury the brewer. Let's see if I can find the beer. Lots of dog pics. Beach Club Blonde. I guess that's your blonde there. Year 1 West Coast IPA. Boddington's. I think you copied the name on that one. Okay, I guess that's as far as I go. No, I don't know what I was talking about. I just went on a random rant for a few minutes there, and let's get back into there. Let's see. Bureaucracy was an interesting look into the Canadian alcohol cartel. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Let's now more Googling. Bureaucracy. 2017. Craft brewing industry in New Brunswick, Canada. I did not know that existed, so I will check that out. It's an hour and 15 minutes long. I will check that out sometime. See, cream ale is probably a good seller. Yeah, at least I haven't done a cream ale yet, so I don't know exactly. One of the local breweries at Hilltop Hops I mentioned earlier, they have a really good cream ale, and I figure since they have a really good cream ale, I should probably rock something different. So West Coast Pilsner, Mexican lager. Okay, yeah, that'd be good. And yeah, I guess Pilsner is one of the ones. It's one of the ones on the list that I've always been pretty happy with. Anytime I've tried the Germanish Pilsner, I'm pretty happy with the way it goes. And yeah, I got to get a hazy in there for sure. And yeah, I probably can't pronounce that, but Soers Lerensen. Hey, thanks for checking them out. Yeah, top 3 need to be crowd pleasers, and that's basically the plan. I just bought all my fermenters were half barrel, so I mean that's pretty huge scale. But I just picked up a Spidell, just the 1 barrel one. So my first brew is I'm just gonna do a double brew day and fill the Spidell or whatever. But I spent today really cleaning it out because it had a decent smell from the last person that had it, and it cleaned out pretty good with just sitting with a sip ball in there for a bit. And let's see, your Are the Father 120-minute IPA. I'm gonna do actually 123-minute IPA because it's obviously it'll be better, or whatever their longest one is. I'll just add one. Be a rebel and don't make an IPA. Just go. One of the big breweries up here, they do a lot of good beer, but they do have it's on Nine Locks. They have their Dirty Blonde, and then after that they have I think 50 different versions of blondes. But they sell, so I mean you could get on them for that. Let's see. Wait, if Trevor Who is South O, why didn't CH do a live with him? Trev Who was on the old he's on the old streams, back in the old days. And not really old days as much as about a year and a half ago or whatever, before he did the South O thing. But yeah, it'd be interesting to have him on there. CH should just be going with the phone, go live on the air there, and with all the background sounds and stuff, which probably would make him get there. Let's see. How far are you from that Brew HQ place? I'm probably going tomorrow. It's only it's on my way home from work every day when I'm at work, and yeah, I stop by there fairly often. I got to talk to them soon and find out about commercial account type stuff. Not that I'm buying much more than not much more than a home brewer, but I'll be buying slightly more than a home brewer. Yeah, nice. Never made cream ale. Definitely my go-to. Yeah, I've heard they're delicious. It's just not one of the. It just hasn't been on the list. And I think pretty much most of my brewing. I'm trying to think. In the last 2 years or a little bit more, I've done, I think, a little, like probably 60 or 70 batches just of the home brew, and I'm pretty sure I've done that stupid Blue Moon clone probably 4 or 5 times. I've done a blonde, I think, probably 4 or 5 times, and then the German Pilsner, I think I've done 3 or 4. So a third of it's just been the German Pilsner, the blonde, and the Blue Moon clone, and then the rest, or then a bunch of different IPAs, and pretty much. And I think I did that orange creamsicle kind of recipe. Yeah, trick is to purchase from other breweries. There are a couple really good ones. Like Buddy that I went to university with. He's the general manager. One pretty close by Spindrift, and they were talking like they might be able to do something like if I end up having to buy cans and they have their. If they have like the style, a lot of the places where you buy cans, you got to send your dunnage back, and dunnage is basically just your pallets and the layers in there. But if you were only ordering one pallet of cans every 6 or 8 months, like you're not going to ship back one thing of the dunnage, so you might end up costing you way too much money. So yeah, got to do that and buy from some of the breweries. Definitely a lot of everyone I've talked to has been pretty good. Old Biddy's Brewing in Sackville, about 20 minutes or 25 minutes from me. They basically just said, yeah, whenever you need something, just let me know which supplier, and as soon as we do an order, we'll get that going. Yeah, Slow Rover, the Colt 45 clone, it wasn't that bad. If I could tweak the recipe and just to have a strong beer, because we live in a small community. We got about 3,000 people or so kicking around. The local store has a liquor store section, and they do still have some of those like fax beers of the Colt 45s, which means there is a market on it, or a market for it. So it would be interesting to try to do some of those. They're heavy, they're a little heavier on the grain bill, obviously, but they're not heavy on the hops. So they're Party Time Brewing. Have you tried a red ale? If so, what's your take? My take was this one here. I have the Irish Red was decent. It's kind of a little flat now after a year there, and then I have a red IPA downstairs. I forget if I have the footage somewhere for a grain of glass video, but I made a red IPA. I used Red X malt. It has a pretty decent red color, and when I first made it about 2 months ago or 3 months ago or something there now. I found it tasted just like a mess of flavors. Like it was kind of hoppy, kind of malty, kind of a bunch of different stuff. I don't think it really blended together well, but after a few months, I don't know if it's like the malts died down or something, but it's starting to be and I guess usually hops don't get better after time, but like it seems to balance a little bit better now. But yeah, the true red ales I haven't done too many of, just like the Irish Red. I find like real red ales are a little more, I don't know, like maltier and darker than I normally go for. But it'd be neat to do a lower, kind of a light red or something like that. But yeah, I mean they're decent. They're not one I brew all the time, but yeah, the red beers are all right. Let's see, we tried a red ale. Nope, we got that. Oh yeah, get all the corn in there and just load it up. I don't know what corn costs. I never really priced up like big bags of corn. So, what tool are you using for your beer recipes? I know they're a lot. Flora uses Brewfather. CH pushes Brewer's Friend every now and then. Yeah, Brewfather is what I've been going with. I downloaded I forget what I started with. The Grainfather app I didn't really have any problems with. That's what I started with. I think I did my first 10 or so all grain batches on the Grainfather app, and it seemed decent, but I stopped. I didn't really use the automation on it, and then I just tried Brewers, or Brewfather, because I think it's like $30 a year or something. It's always changing. It has all the integration with a bunch of the apps like the Wrapped Pill and I don't know, Wrapped Pill and I guess the Ice Spindle and stuff like that, and all the wrapped stuff. I do like the Kegland stuff. Yeah, I like it. I want to play around with it sooner than later, I guess, because Brewfather does let you keep your inventories on it. So I'd like to try to see if that would work at a commercial scale or not, or if I'm gonna just end up falling back on the old Excel spreadsheets for everything, because that's the quickest and dirtiest way to do it. But yeah, let's see. Zach Pearson, what's going on? Semi-crash in front of you. Got stuck in traffic for an hour. Nice. Was it California that had that recent one where the wheel flew off the truck and the little Kia did like a fucking barrel roll? That looked pretty sketchy, and apparently the guy just walked away from it, but looked like he got launched about, I don't know, 8 feet in the air. But yeah, Brewer's Friend, it's all I've ever used. It just works. No, and that's one of the things. I think if you have your, I just Brewers or Brewfather was around when I started, and that's what I went with. I looked at Beersmith. I think I downloaded it, but it just looks like it could be. It has a lot of options in there, but it was just kind of too messy. So I just I just went with that. Larry likes the spreadsheets. Yeah, I haven't looked at Larry's spreadsheets, but I've talked to a lot of people that just like the spreadsheets. Yeah, semis flip due to wind all the time. I think they usually close down everywhere here when it gets real windy and don't let the semis out, but not as exciting probably as down there. Yeah, Brewfather's pretty user friendly and lots of tutorials online and that sort of thing. But I'm taking too long on my drinks. I've been yapping too much. Hour, huh? That's all I really planned on doing. But I'm having an all right time. Hopefully, other people are having an all right time, and we'll just keep this going for a bit. Listen to me yap and see. So. Yeah, I don't know has anybody anything new coming out with Brewfather, or anybody know anything about new features or anything that's going to be coming out there? I think if you like get into the programming nerdy type stuff, you can get on like and I'm probably saying this wrong, but like GitHub or something, and I'm pretty sure you can like message the developers of it and stuff, and I think they're pretty good at getting back to you and talking about features, and they give you ideas of what's going on, what's going to happen. Okay, there goes that. Yeah, the Irish Stout still seems like a pretty easy drinking beer. Even though I had the can filled to about here, and it was in the fridge for about a year, it's still kept up, and it must have at least capped it on foam. Probably just capped it on too much foam, and yeah, but it held up. So now I'll give the old English pub ale a shot. It's been sitting here for an hour, so. I guess pub ale is good at room temperature, or a little bit above room temperature. So we'll try that. Don't have a glass around me. Still got the bottle of Jack that I finished off last week for some stupid reason and made for a next day that kind of sucked. I'm an Australian. Recently did a wet hop ale that smelled of pea soup. I see you grow some hops. How have your wet hop ales turned out? I only have done really that one I did the video. The one I think I did a wet hop ale or whatever in one of the videos, and I just used like all the hops I had dried out or sitting in the freezer for like 3 years, and I'm pretty sure it had like a million IB. It was just super bitter, not that great tasting, and I think I drank about half of the keg, but threw out the rest because it just didn't turn out well. And since I did my hop growing tutorial video, everything about the tutorial video I think is decent, except for the fact where I put it, which is it was I put them in an area that this time of year is nice and sunny, but as the summer goes on, the sun kind of goes slightly behind them and makes it for shade all day. So they've sucked. This year I need to replant or either give up on them or something. I like to just throw them in the middle of the lawn and get them going, but also we have kids and it's nice to be able to throw a ball around or play soccer on the lawn, even though it's a decent angle, but nice to kick around a ball and not have hops plants in the way. So I don't. That didn't really answer you. The wet hop sale. Yeah, I'd like to try them. That again, back to the Hilltop hops. The local hop, another local brewery uses all fresh hops for their brews, which is crazy. Like, I guess they use pellets maybe in a cider or something, but for the rest of it they use the fresh hops. But I think they're almost starting to out capacity what they can handle with those. So I'm not sure where they're going next. But yeah. What do we say next one? Let's see. Wet hops smelled of pea soup. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make a pea soup smell in there, but like the hops I had weren't super. They didn't smell amazing or anything. They smell great when they're fresh, but they never ended up. Yeah, I think that. Not sure if that was the Trube one or not. It might have been, or that was just a straight beer for Trube. I forget. But yeah, I dig them up and move them. Yeah, they're easy. They're pretty good there. But Jason Waterfall's good use for Sabro hops. Haven't used Sabro too much, although the Good Robot Brewing, which is another local one, did a Sabro. Like, they have like a tropical series of beer, so it's like a tropical IPA. They use Sabro. It said they didn't use any pineapple flavor in their beer or anything, and it tasted awesome. It was like probably the best one of the best tropical IPAs I had. So I didn't even trust that it wasn't like, it tasted like there was like fresh pineapple in there. So I don't even, maybe I'll at least Google Sabro and see if maybe I'm just totally wrong on the pineapple, but it was the most pineapple-y good. Complexity of fruity and citrus flavors, imparts distinct tangerine, coconut, tropical fruit, and stone fruit aromas. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely tropical. So I don't know. That's what I go. If I had to focus on a beer to go with Sabro, I definitely go probably like a heavily dry hopped, either a hazy or just a nice clean IPA on that. If that's useful at all, don't know if that is, but that's what I do. Dry hopped Clamato IPA in 36 hours. Nice. Yeah, I had about 0.5 kilograms, but something went wrong. Yeah, I think like last year's, the freshest hops I had when I did the fresh hop beer, the year I harvested, I think I only had like an ounce. Like, it was like 1 ounce from that year, and then probably it was just like another 5 or 6 bags. Some of them powdered up, some of them were dried, some of them just were freezer burned for sitting in a freezer for 2 years. But yeah, I just kind of built them up, and probably should have thrown them out, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So instead I just wasted malt and made a beer that kind of sucked. I actually think I have a couple beers on the stairs going right down here. And I think one of them might be like a bottle conditioned one of those. Anyone noticed the Beer Brunettes dropped a new video lately? I noticed you commented on their video there. They had a wicked setup on that video, Northwest small batch. They had that wicked little I don't know, it almost looked like one of those not an igloo, but like a sun or like one of them wind stopping things that you'd set up if you were like mountaineering or climbing Denali or something like that. But yeah, they were kind of showing off all the Mammoth brewing gear, which is, I guess, another home brewing like stainless steel kind of setup. Kind of looks like they have the same sort of things as like an SS Brewtech or an Anvils or something like that. They have a couple different size kegs, and yeah, one of the kegs they do is kind of neat because a lot of the kits out here you get are 23 liters, so their keg, I think, is a 23-liter keg, so you actually can fit everything in there. Or you could probably do a 19-liter batch fermenting in them pretty good. But yeah, it's just more expensive home brewing stuff. Plan on doing a collab with them. I mean, I'd do something with them, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing with their site and stuff like that. Like, I know they're like pretty heavy in with the Brew HQ for advertising and stuff, and most of the videos and stuff have been advertising, I think, for Brew HQ, but I honestly have no clue if they're paid by them or not. Maybe they're just good friends with them, helping out with that. But I mean, if there was something to collab with, like that'd be cool, or do a beer or something sometime. But yeah, I don't know what yeah, I haven't really talked to them. They seem like they're two really nice people there, and I've talked to them at Brew HQ before. But yeah, it'd be cool to do something if there was something to do. I guess there's another non-answer answer. Non-answer answer. Yep, let's try this pub ale. I think I opened it and set it aside. Brewing Bad, that's another video I need to do. The PET kegs so far they seem awesome. The only problem I've had so far was, and I really have no idea why it was doing it, but and maybe I just had too much pressure, or I need to do something to the pressure relief valves, but because of the same. Sorry, the only problem I had is that it was leaking. It was leaking my CO2 when I had the pressure up a little bit, and I don't even know if it was up too much. But I ran out of a CO2 tank on my kegerator. I had that tank feeding 4 kegs, so I never ended up finding exactly where the leak was, but I did find one of the PET kegs pressure relief valves did have a leak in it. And the other day, the only way I fixed it was I tried another pressure relief valve. It didn't work. And then just put a cap on where it was, but they're the Sega. They're the same pressure relief valves that are on the all rounders, and I've never had a problem with it. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I just had my pressure up slightly too much, and it was setting them off. But yeah, it is Denoid. It is the pop bottle like kegs, and they're great because they fit. Yeah, the big things I like about them, and I need to do a video on it. But the big thing I like about them is that they can theoretically you could fit them sideways in the fridge, but if I want to on my fridge that normally only holds 4 kegs barely, and it's annoying to put the 4 kegs in, I think you could put 9, possibly 12 of those 12 of the Kegland ones in there. Not that you'd have a fridge with 12, but like it makes it so you could have 6 taps on a regular size fridge and have space. You could probably even put like a little shelf on the side and have space to store other cans and stuff like that. So the space is great on them. I did one fermentation in it, and it seemed decent. I did a double IPA in it. I just wanted to get the pressure fermented and make it so I could transfer out pretty easy. But I do like them. Yeah, Brewing Bad. I wonder why they don't make them in 5-gallon size. I'm not sure. I don't know if that'd be like something to do with maybe as soon as it hits a certain, maybe you can only like up the size to a certain amount before it gets to be an issue with the pressure or having to re-engineer or something like that. But for the kegs themselves, though, the PET kegs, I think they're great, and you can order them up on like the AliExpress. You can get the whole kits, other than the kegs themselves, because that's too much for shipping. But you can get the whole kits for like $20 instead of the 30 it costs. I don't know local, but yeah. So for 30, I think it's only $30 for a keg and the keg and the attachments, and it's pretty. It's a good deal to get into kegging. So you could get your kegs literally for $30 a piece. Buy 2, you could have 2 of them with the full setups for the same price as 1 keg. Plus, then you have to spend $200 could get you your CO2 tank, your regulators, and then 2 or 3 kegs with that. So you're pretty good off there. And it's nice to have the smaller kegs too, because 8 liters is a good size, or just over 2 gallons. Like it gives you enough that it doesn't seem like it empties right away. I mean, if you're having a party, 8 liters is going to disappear, but that's 15 or 16 pints. Seems like a good amount, and then you can just brew more. Just depends. If you're somebody that just likes to brew a lot of one beer, then keep with the big kegs. But if you like trying out different stuff, then definitely go with the smaller ones. Except for the real smaller kegs are way too expensive. Let's see. There were the other. Oh, I haven't Denoid. I haven't seen the other stainless kegs that they have. Oh, let's see. Oh no. Sorry, checking my phone. Apparently, I just hit my steps after sitting here for a a long time. So you're just doing keg delivery? No, I'm gonna do canning and growlers and kegs. So I may, I don't know. We have two or three ish local places that I could possibly get an account with. I'll have to buy a kegerator for the pizza place if they wanted to do that, and then just I was just thinking the local people. I know most of some of the local businesses anyway, so it may just have them set up. So I was just starting an account with them, assuming this is a legal way to do it, but start an account and then just have whatever they sell. They pay for, and I'll just keep them stocked, and they pay me for what sells. So, yeah. So yeah, definitely not just kegs, and I don't know what do people pay for anyone that's bought a keg of non Bud Light or something? What are you folks paying for something like that? I've seen out here people selling kegs for as little as $100, but I think it's usually around the 120 range. And in a real small batch quantity, like I think some people you can even get away with selling them for 130 or something to I don't know, like a tap room or something if you're doing something special or somewhere along the lines. But yeah, if I did end up with an account, if it was selling, then one account could quickly be like all of my brewing, and I don't really want to just brew for one business. So, although you could do customized beers pretty quick if I just keep the printer going and just every batch have a new label and that. I just gotta learn how to make some graphics, but yeah, let's see what we got here. We've been going we've been going an hour and 20 minutes, so I think we'll try to go for another few. 70 or 80 with a $15 deposit from Total Wine. Yeah, that's real decent. Although I guess let's see. I mean, 80 US dollars is almost $110 Canadian. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll get there. I've been killing it with bottled NEPA. 3 grams ascorbic acid in the malt and 3 grams of bottling. Okay, that's that seems not different, but I have ascorbic acid. I bought it at like the bulk store a long time ago. I almost always forget to use it because it's kind of a last minute thing before kegging. But when I do, I think I usually throw 5 grams in it, and I haven't really had too much of an oxidation problems lately. Just had the favorite local NEPA. Their can is more oxidized than mine. Whereabouts in Australia are you there, Denoid? Are you rocking somewhere like in the middle of nowhere, or are you in busy area? I guess if you actually had favorite local NEPAs, there's probably not a ton of breweries on the, I don't know, eastern side, unless it's western side. And since it's upside down, I don't know. Yeah, I'd be using there. But you need the Sankey coupler. Let's see, 70. Yeah, the Sankey couplers are, well, I've started to use them pretty much for everything. And the Sankey kegs, I have the keg cleaning video, but I've actually started cleaning the kegs differently than. Oh, here's Toronto. Okay, well, maybe I guess I got the. I got mixed up with Ashern or whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah, Denoid X. Yeah, have you watched Andy from Four Priests Brewing? Done similar over the last 18 months in UK, but small startup. Looking to break away from Vermonters fermenter. What's the next fermenter you would recommend? Let's see, Hernandez. I don't know. Like I do enjoy the all rounder, other than the fact it has that stupid stand and is hard to move if you need to kind of move it, because you got to hold the thing in one hand and hold the stand in another, unless you have someone to help you. Jeez, I don't know. I'd say whatever. If you can get it something stainless, decently cheap, get it. But like if you want the pressure, like the all rounders still are kind of seem like the way to go. Or just a straight up bucket and get some temperature control for it. But Yeah, let's see. Yeah, next fermenter I would recommend. I think it's like anything stainless you can get a deal on. Anybody in the comments have good go to fermenters? If you go with the bigger batches, like the triple batch or the 60 liter batches size, I at least from Brew HQ out here, the like $400 for the 70 liter fermenters was pretty good deal for that. But it's still $400, and I really, assuming I'm not like trying to, as soon as I'm not assuming I'm not trying to pressure ferment, I'm always just last minute being like, okay, I have nothing clean. I'm totally happy just throwing it in a bucket, because you can make the good beer out of a bucket and save some money with a lot less of the cleaning and a lot less of the other funny stuff there. Just tape the stand to the keg and use a corny instead. Yeah, that's a good point. You could just tape it to the thing and then it'd be fine. Swear I'd never get it all around because I'm moving it around. If I do, I'll tape it right onto that biatch. Yeah, for sure. That definitely seems like the way to go on that one there. Let's see. She's midnight out here. What's forget where's everyone kicking? Everyone still. People like Zach Pearson still nice and early. People like my wife's in Vegas now, so if anyone can keep an eye on her for me there, go ahead. Actually, don't you dare. Whatever. Maybe she's watching. Can't say anything. I'll just drink this beer. Yeah, I'm on vacation. Just gotta make sure the kids stay sleeping. Go and do some trampoline park tomorrow. That should be super exciting. See how good my cripply hip works. Not sure if you can say that, maybe not, but yeah, Zach, only 8 p.m. there. I think that's close to the same in Vegas. Yeah, start a YouTube channel and Brewbuilt will send you one to demo on the tubes. Yeah, that's not getting too much sent to Canada. I think Canada's well, I mean, obviously I suck too, but Canada's not getting doesn't get as many of the things. Brewbuilt definitely rocked a bunch of the channels pretty recently. Kind of like that what was the fridge company did that once too. And the companies never seem to send them out like in staggered. It's like they probably only talk to each person at the same time. Don't mention that someone else has it out, so that doesn't give them the chance to like put a super rush on it. And then videos are probably getting released and you're like, oh well, that's already been done. But since I have the video done, I got to do it. But it's some cool stuff. The Brewbuilt things look decently the same as anything else, I guess. It'd be fun to do well, if you just had all the money and could just buy them, do a proper study, not a study, but like, I don't know. We do sometime at work. I've had courses on like operational test and evaluation. So you can, if you actually sat down, wrote out like, hey, what do I need in a fermenter? And they say, okay, cool. And then what does this one have? What could it do better? Whatever, which I guess is the same as a good review. But I think one of the things that people before they buy fermenters need to do is just figure out exactly what you want, and then also bang for the buck. And the best bang for a buck is a bucket, unless you're doing bigger batches. 1:30 p.m. Thursday. Nice, Ash. Yeah, good afternoon stream. Yeah, it'd be fun. Be fun doing some. Yeah, sure, analysis, something like that. It'd be a long, boring video there, Beerqua. But yeah, be good to do good doing a stream when some people on the other side can check it out. Yeah, 4 p.m. Thursday here in the future. Where's Chalky? Chalky, were you New Zealand or? No, you're somewhere over there. Just way ahead. 12. Yeah, that's a lot of. Must be almost as far as it goes. What's the farthest time zone? Google will tell me. Latest time zone on Earth, UTC plus 14. Let's see. Creates a large fold in the international date line around the Pacific nation of Kiribati. Let's see. Where's the picture? Picture will tell me these. Well, that picture won't tell me because I can't zoom in enough on it because I can't see. 11, 12. Oh, we got the Marshall Islands. Yeah, and then. Okay, yeah, Kiribati. So. Got New Guinea, Tasmania. Jeez, I don't even know my. Why can't I figure that out? Talking to myself again in case anyone wondering as I do some googling. Just gonna hit the map. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, New Zealand's way about way out there ish as you can get, but not quite. Oh no, yeah, you're right on the date line. Okay, back to the chat. Yeah, Auckland. Okay, so is there glycol has a mark in the ears? Fiji, you're the winner. New time zone, Tippa. Sun never sets in the British Empire. Yeah, they're right always. Something there, but yeah, we're getting the still on the old pub ale. I don't think I have the old Buddha beer. 4 p.m. Auckland, 1983. Perfect. Yeah, person all rounder came with a strap that secures the fermenter to the base. Oh, okay, I didn't know the strap. I've seen the straps. I didn't realize they hooked to the base. So DLW that would make it a little easier and make everything I've said about it sucking for that reason kind of moot. So I do like the all rounders, although I don't like the. I guess same with the Kegland pet containers and stuff like that. And maybe it's just numbers for since they haven't done the studies on them, but they all have expiry dates, and they say not to pressure ferment after those dates. I probably wouldn't worry myself about it up into a certain point maybe, but it's not the greatest knowing that your fermenters expire even if well, the all-rounders they're cheap, but they're still $100 or $80 or I may be lying. Let's see. All-rounder. Okay, all-rounder is a cricketer who regularly performs well at batting and bowling. Well, that's not the all-rounder I was looking for. Okay, let's find all-rounder. See, okay, yeah, 75 Canadian, probably cheaper in the States, and yeah, those you get those stainless steel 30-liter fermenters in Canada from Brewery HQ for $199 on sale from $250 now. The mammoth brewing stuff that we mentioned a little bit earlier. Let's see. Yeah, rumors are Kegland about to release a stainless fermenter. Yeah, someone else already mentioned that, and I assume if you look at, I think what is it? I think the Homebrew Network, or maybe it's David Heath. They restream some of the or repost some of the Kegland, I don't know, State of the Union videos or something. So they're always pretty good to check what's coming up, because I do enjoy what Kegland has to offer. I'm still waiting on the Kegland centrifugal filter or homebrew centrifugal filter, but yeah, it's good. Okay, ran a Grainfather fermenter. It's pretty good, but I had to replace the controller twice before I made my own. Yeah, I haven't got the hands on. I know the Grainfather fermenter would probably work quite well in the Grainfather I don't know what you call it, environment or ecosphere or something like that, like where they had the good temperature controller, they had their own glycol chiller, so it all would hook up probably seamlessly and pretty nice. But the only other thing I heard on the keg, or one of my buddies bought I think he had the Grainfather one, and he returned it almost right away because he thought it just felt a little. I don't know if it was cheap or not, but it's kind of cool because it's jacketed. But he didn't like the build of it, so he took it back, and I think he ended up with a. I think he got an SS Brewtech unit tank, so probably double the price, but whatever. Let's see. Those wire stands look so sketchy. Yeah. Keep brewing till it breaks. Yep, that's the way to go with those fermenters there. But okay, so I guess since I need to just keep doing the doing the research in the market. What kind of in the market? Yeah, the market research I'm trying to do, based on the 16 or so people, or 16 to 20 sometimes, people that we got here now. What beer do you not see at the breweries that you'd like to see? Is there any specific ones that aren't like, I don't know, not like a Flanders Red or something like impossible to make, but like, is there any beer that you just constantly wouldn't mind having at a pub, or have companies to make that they just don't make? Is that a thing, or does everybody have everything when you look around? Is there any of those, or just tell me what I need to brew? I don't want to do any work. I just want people to tell me what to do, and then I'll blame you if it doesn't work out. That's let's see, stainless steel it is. Let's see what else we got. Kolsch, it's rare. Yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see what we got local. So our local, if you're ever interested in what I can get locally, you just go to mynslc.com, and that's the Nova Scotia Liquor Commission, and that's most of the beer you can get fairly local. Although you do get you do get a few, but it says Boxing Rock. No, there's no. We don't have in our liquor stores. We don't have a Kolsch. Nova Scotia Kolsch. Unless I'm just spelling it wrong. Kolsch, made in Nova Scotia. It says only 4. Stillwell's made we get Tanner and Co. Brewing made a Kolsch. They're good. Horton Ridge Malt Bucked Up. North Shore Lagerdale. I don't know if it's actually a Kolsch from Tadabrew. And New Wave. Let's see. And we got another Boxing Rock ad. Okay, so it's been a few, but Kolsch is definitely one that's hasn't been around too much. Kolsch and alt beer. Yeah, let's see. I did actually enjoy Brewing Bad. I did do an alt beer for a competition. It didn't end up getting entered because of weird stuff that I don't want to talk about, or I don't really care about talking about. I just won't talk about. But yeah, it didn't get entered. But yeah, the alt beer turned out, assuming it's tasted like a real alt beer, it just was a lot. It turned out to be like a pretty dark. I think mine was a little darker than it should have been, but just using that I think it was Black Prince or Black Wheat malt there. It was just dark, and it didn't taste super roasty. And it was just super super clean. Northwest Small Batch. Don't make any honey or pumpkin beers. If I could get a real honey taste in a beer, like, I wouldn't mind doing it. But yeah, I find so far in my history with trying to brew honey stuff or tasting meads and stuff, I just find I like the taste of honey and things. I don't like wasting 20 liters or 10 kilograms or however much honey to make something that tastes like a crappy wine. So I don't really yeah, I probably won't be messing with the honey, but I will probably do a pumpkin beer, just cuz fuck it, that's why. I guess where we go. But yeah, pumpkin's not bad, but I mean, it's not gonna be bragging about it too much, other than the fact I'll probably do it the exact same way I did before and just freaking huff a couple Costco pumpkin pies in there, because they're like $8 a piece, and you don't have to roast pumpkins and all that sort of crap. Session pale ale you can drink a million pints of. Yeah, I mean that'd be good. I've had a hard. I haven't actually brewed too many, but like same with it, kind of on the same lines as the near beers or the whatever you call it, the no alcohol beers or the NA beers. Like I find it's just hard to get past the just straight up kind of hoppy taste that has no backbone to it. So like just to get that malty taste doesn't seem like it's there, but yeah, it'd be good. Can you make a good hard cider? I think you could. Like a hop cider would be pretty decent. I don't know the rules. I'd have to look at it. Like I'll have a beer manufacturing permit, so I don't know the rules on if you can do a cider, or maybe I just need to. You just need to just throw a couple hops in it to make it work. But hey, cheers, sorry, that's good to see you on here. I probably won't be rocking too much longer. We've already been going an hour and 40 minutes, which is almost double what I thought I'd be going. But I mean that's almost gone. Maybe it's worth grabbing another little taste. And next time I do this, we'll definitely get somebody on a little bit more. But if I can't do that now, because if I do that, then it'll probably stretch on. And chances are, as soon as I get somebody on, the kids would wake up and do that. So yeah. So Jorge, what's the latest beer you did, or latest beer that's new? What's your latest new beer? If that makes sense. You probably answered all these questions last week, but we'll just put you up on there. And also, how you doing at Mario Kart? You getting any better? 5 more. Yeah, I'd like to do that, but I think I gotta still be up in the Buddha beer. Oh shit. Yeah, I was trying to think if I have something low alcohol that I could do it. Maybe I could go the alt beer I think that I have is overly carbonated, so I could I want to do a long stream sometime, and I keep jumping back and forth. But okay, back to the boot. The alt beer, maybe I'll go pour an alt beer in the boot, because I think the alt beer is overcarbonated, so it'll still only end up being half a Budo beer. Just brewed a hard seltzer. What do you? Well, I guess I don't need to go into too much, but yeah, I mean it'd be nice to. I don't want to be a seltzer brewer, but it would be nice to have one recipe that's a decent seltzer that people like, because people demand it. The wife has kind of moved away. She used to play happy with the beer, and now she'll try them and be like, oh, that's good. But a lot of people are done. Not a lot of people are done with beer, but yeah, a lot of people like the seltzers and the zero, or I guess gluten-free type drinks. Although beer apparently for the most part is close to gluten-free after it's. I'm probably pulling that out of my ass, but I've heard the levels of gluten with like a plain beer, and then using like a gluten reducer like the Biofine. I've heard it's not that much different anyway. Like it makes a beer that's decently gluten free, but yeah, it may not make too much. Two Stone, have you tried Nova Lager? I haven't tried it, but I did spend like $250 on a 500 gram brick of it. So I do have 500 grams of it, or almost a little over a pound of Nova Lager downstairs in my fridge that I need to try. And I should get that out there and get a maybe when I do. I think I'm going to use it for when I try to make a lager. I'm going to, well, obviously Nova Lager, but I'm going to try to use that, and maybe I'll try to get a video out of Nova Lager because it's new and novel and stuff. But just the prices seem ridiculous. I guess the same with the White Labs. I saw some of the local I don't know what you call it, local suppliers selling, like, you can get apparently the dry bricks of the White Lab, like the WLP 001 or something now, but it's like $360 for a 500 gram brick. So that's crazy. Yeah, they tell the vegans mostly meat free. Yeah, just use a lot of gelatin and don't tell anyone. That's the way to go. $9 a pack in Sask, because that's for the Nova. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's actually $9 a pack isn't. I mean, it is expensive. It's not as expensive as I think Lutrikvike was pretty crazy, but let's see what's more beer. Okay, more beer is charging $8 a pack for the Nova Lager, or $2.15 for a 500 gram brick. So yeah, it's $9 a pack in Saskatchewan isn't too big. Still starting the neighborhood brewery. Yeah, I had my inspection last week there, Jorge, and it went well. Have the I don't have a permit yet, but I have the email saying that it's going to get approved. So yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting for the email that has a little picture of a certificate that says I'm good to go, and then I'm gonna immediately start brewing. So yeah, we'll just be going with that. It's not gonna be huge. Just hoping it'll be able to break even and also not take up. It's gonna take up a ton of my time, but since it's at home, kids can fart around. Realizing today when I was doing some cleaning that I need to basically. I may buy one of those. You can get on AliExpress. You can get like a. It almost looks like the same thing as like a Randalizer or whatever, or a hop back or something. But like you can get a little tri clamp filter with a mesh bag in it, and I'm thinking I need to put something on that because I'm noticing today that I need to not have the dog basically ever in the garage, because when I was cleaning out some of the fermenters and stuff, there was hairs coming out of them, so it's like I don't really want that to get into a finished product. So yeah, that's a fun thing. Your liquid yeast a thing, your guys way out in Canada? Yeah, it's a thing out here. We have Escarpment Labs. We can get they're actually pretty good with the homebrew club. So as long as we do like a order of 10 or something, I think you can get them for about $8 or $10 a pitch, which is decent. And then they're like $12.99 at Brew HQ. And then I think you can still get we can still get White Labs and stuff. They do those at Brew HQ. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if we have Omega, or Omega might be harder to get. But yeah, you can get a pitch of. Oh no, you can get a pitch of White Labs WLP 01 for $10. So that's probably not that much different than what you get it down in the States. Let's see, White Labs WLP 001 more beast. It's okay. That's weird because it's showing that maybe it's on sale or something here, but it's showing $10 for White Labs here, and it's $10.99 at More Beer down there, which is crazy because that'd make it about $5 more expensive. $10 here is a 10. It's CAD to USD. That's like $7.40 down there, so that's a pretty decent price there. Yeah, Hair of the Dog IPA. Hair of the Dog. What do you, oh man, I can't even think proper. Hair of the Dog, naturally selected yeasts. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the yeast. But yeah, I do want to try Nova Lager. I'm not sure what it's really gonna bring to the table, but I think it has I guess it has a high. You don't have to mess around with the temperatures as much, I think, and it's supposed to ferment out in a. Yeah, it says it's good from 50 to 68 or 10 to 20 degrees. So that'll be interesting to see. And that makes it so I can keep it in the range, like my garage in the summer without doing the well, I guess without temperature control, like the outside temperature would keep at about 18 degrees. I can probably keep it with a heat pump without spending too much money. Although having the temperature control in there is going to make it so when the yeast starts fermenting, it won't run away as much. So I imagine if I had it set at 18, I don't know Fahrenheit's as much or at all, but if I had it set at 18, it'd probably go up to 23 degrees or something when it ferments or when the beer ferments. So I don't even know where I was going with that conversation. I think I'm just talking about temperature control versus ambient temperature control. So the temperature control with a coil could keep it from doing the thermal runaway, I guess, is what I was going with on that that loose thought there. But yeah, everyone's really learning on this one. But what's everyone drinking now? I'm still drinking this English pub ale at 4.9%, which seems high for a pub ale, but maybe that's maybe it's not. Let's see. Oh, Boddington's is an English pub ale. Yeah, 4.4% on some of them. Electric Breweries one is that. Yeah, I've been hitting the old Google a lot tonight. Yeah, hopefully commercial discounts on supplies or ingredients are plenty. I think Brew HQ they'll do something decent for, or I mean it's cheaper than buying it by the pound there, but yeah, I think they do something. We have I forget what the, yeah, there's another place that's 20 minutes from me that sells the bulk. They mainly focus on Viking malt, and they have some, I forget the other kind. Yeah, Google until we pass out. But there's a couple suppliers that are local. Brew Culture has a local office and distributor, although they don't have a local warehouse, so it makes it a little trickier. Where I'm out in the country on a dirt road, I do have access to a tractor with a forklift on it, but that forklift is only good for like 400 or 500 pounds, so it's not even enough to have a pallet of malts, which is way more than I'd ever need anyway. So Boysenberry Tart Ale just entered in a comp. Okay, nice. Yeah, Google homebrew. East Coast Pale Ale from Vimy Brewing, tasty but crystal clear, and they say it's deliberately hazy. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to produce. I got to figure out my. I got to get into the books. If anybody, this is the hint of the day that I don't want to type on. I don't even really like saying, because it probably could get taken down if too many people see it or anything. But the if you search like if you're on like Reddit or something and you search like the Great Unorganized Brewing Library or something, somebody has a Google page that shares a ridiculous amount of brewing books. They have I think like a brewing course is on there. There's, and basically any brewing books that can be downloaded, period, there are on it. So obviously that's pirating, and I don't recommend it, but if you happen to already own the hard copy of it, then you can check out the digital copy, and maybe it's not as piratey. But yeah, that one is a good it's a good search if you're ever looking for some brewing to learn. And with that, I just said what I meant to say was basically I just want to figure out clarity. I do enjoy a good hazy, but I want to figure out how to make some clear beer. I do enjoy clear beer, and I think most of the people local to here like their clear beers. So I just want to not have the try to minimize the proteins and that sort of stuff, and make some clear blonde, clear lager, clear. I guess a lager has to be clear, but without using too much fancy biofine, or I won't be using gelatin, I don't think, on a commercial scale by any means. People don't like it, or vegans don't like it. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good here. Just about finished up, and I don't think we really have anything else to do here tonight. So I think I'm gonna probably just about shut her down, unless anyone has any final comments, and I'm more than happy to listen, or someone talks me into drinking more or something. But I gotta get to. Yeah. For anyone looking for legal backups of the beer books in their attics, boilerplate, legal. Yeah. So if anyone looking for the legal backups, go there. And if you just like to learn, then go Discovered a great way to clear beer, and it's not new. People have been doing it forever. Is it time and temperature? Cold conditioning. Good luck with a solo parenting this week. Oh yeah, no, it's no problem to solo parent. It's nice that the kids fell asleep, and they're usually good, but they don't go to sleep early. He's not even in grade primary or the first year. He's in preschool still, and they like to stay up till 10 or 11. The 3-year-old has no problem staying up till 11. How often do you come south of the border? A few times a year. Usually, last time was in September, and I'd like to get down before then, but I think the next time will probably be August-ish. So if anybody, let me see the dates there. August. I'm going to be down. I think I'm driving down on the August 16th at night. And I think we're going to be in Boston on the 17th and then going on a cruise on the 18th. So if anyone's around on the 17th in the Boston area, I'd be happy to go out and grab a beer with, assuming it doesn't interrupt too much with family time, because need to obviously do the family stuff, but definitely would have time in the morning or early afternoon for a beer down in Boston way. And I'm also thinking about trying to maybe I'd like to take a little, I think it's about an hour from our hotel, to take a zip down to Treehouse. So I wouldn't mind, since we're driving and I have a van or whatever, I wouldn't mind zipping down to Treehouse. So if anyone needs to tag along on that too, but it'd just be rip down, get there and get back for whenever hopefully they're not open too late. But yeah, I'd like to go check it out. Yeah, I think Apartment Brewer somewhere in Boston there, so I may look him up. Let's see. A couple of great breweries in the Boston area, including Treehouse. Yeah, so we went down to, like, in September. I was down in Portland, and there was a lot of, there's just so many breweries anywhere. Like, you can stop at almost any town, and assuming they have 2 or 3 breweries, and that's enough for a day. Easy, but touring around's good. It'd be nice if I just need a driver. I mean, once this brewery gets going, I should be able to afford a driver that can, full-time driver, I can put them up in the east wing of the house. I mean, like the corner of the garage, I meant. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a driver, and you could just go and try beers anywhere all the time. Easy peasy. But I think I need to be into some other sort of business than a half-barrel brewery. But yeah, let's see. Krausen carbonating. Exactly the secondary. Like a secondary in the suspension, yes. Nice. I got to read up on Krausen carbonating a bit more to kind of finally grasp what exactly it is. But I'll check it. One last Google. I guess from my no research on it, I've always thought it was just kind of like you're more or less, I guess carbonating with Krausen or wort, like you're just using wort on the, or I guess you're using like a wort that's kind of heavy in fermentation on the already fermented beer. That could be wrong, but let's Krausening, using fermenting wort to bottle condition your beer. It was probably used on lagers because yeast would often go dormant during the very cold lagering phase of fermentation, although it was used on wheat beers as well. Benefits. I guess that's somewhat it. Okay, find a Krausen Guile calculator and brewing software. Have a good night. Yeah, later. Party chats. Yeah, we're ready to go. I can't do a. I don't want to. I do want to, but I can't do a boot of beer here now because it's if it's just wort, I can't do a boot of beer because I gotta drive the kid to the bus stop in about 6 hours, and beer quaff. If it's just wort, it's a Guile. If it's has new yeast, it's Krausening. Okay, cool. That's good to know, and a little bit of a clarification. I haven't really like I said, haven't done the research on it, but that's definitely good to know. And sounds like a good idea. Like I finally saw the video. I don't know if it was a recent video, but David Heath did did a krausening or a, not a krausening, but a yeast harvest top harvesting the krausen for a fresh yeast or whatever you call it. He had a good video on that because it's more or less just spoon it there. But yeah, sorry Zach, I would like to stay out a little later, but I think that's about it. And I think we've done pretty decent here for the night. And yeah, might as well call it, and we'll get into some more stuff next week. Hopefully everyone makes it out to the Hoppy Hour next week. I just kind of stole the thunder now, and I'd like to do a more directed stream sometime. But yeah, it'd be good talking to everyone. Good seeing. Sorry, I just yapped. I should have brought someone on to chat with, but I think I was good at it. I said a lot of words. A lot of words got said. A lot of discombobulated thoughts. And top crop. That's the word. Not a krausen, but top crop in the yeast stuff is great. Thanks Beerquach. He knows probably a lot more about brewing than I do, but I just yap it away on YouTube. And yeah, we'll talk to everyone. Talk to everyone soon. Hopefully, see you soon. I'll try to keep everyone updated on the brewery. I do have, there's a lot of stuff on the go, but starting a brewery has kind of been what's been killing my YouTube videos. But I'll try to get something out soon, even if it's just a quick tip or some bullshit that's probably not going to teach anybody anything. But we'll try to get it going. And again, thanks a lot. I'm yapping too long, and see you later. Next week, Hoppy Hour, 10 p.m.-ish on Wednesdays. Go to the Real Hoppy Hour site, and I will sneak in if that doesn't work, and I'll click stop streaming, and that